upgrading the Jace Arcane Strategist Planeswalker deck. Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. I've got a new Planeswalker deck upgrade video for you. We're gonna upgrade Jace Arcane Strategist from the latest War of the Spark expansion set. Now this is the short version of the video. If you've got $1, head on over to patreon.com/vmcampos to get a longer video with more strategies and cool stuff. If you can't do that at the moment, no worries, enjoy this version of the video. Now first of all, my upgrades focus on beginning to intermediate players, plus I focus on common and uncommon cards, because this is also a budget upgrade. As we all know, the more money you spend, the more you can upgrade. And if you go through all the cards and all the history on Magic, you can even upgrade it even more. But I'm sticking with War of the Spark cards at common and uncommon, although I will mention possible bigger money upgrades. Alright, so this deck is a Jace Planeswalker deck. What's interesting that it's Simic. It's blue and green cards, which you usually don't associate with Jace. But let's see what this deck is all about. So the crown jewel is this Planeswalker deck, so shiny. 6 mana, you get a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. +1, draw a card. Okay, nice. -7, creatures you control cannot be blocked. Okay, so that +1 is really nice. It can make something stronger and stronger. This deck actually focuses on a lot of counters and proliferate. So let's see what else we've got. We have a second Planeswalker in the deck, Kiora, Behemoth Beaconer. So for 3 mana, 2 and a Simic mana, you get a 7 loyalty Planeswalker. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Okay, so we've got a few big creatures that will really help to draw those cards. But the minus ability actually is a really cool ability. It gives your creatures pseudo vigilance, but better yet, it helps you ramp because you can tap mana and then minus your Planeswalker up to 7 times and then untap that land. So this is kind of cool as well. The deck comes with 4 Simic Guildgates for your hybrid mana, okay, and it comes with 10 islands, that's fine, but it comes with 11 forests. So first of all, I'm going to remove 1 forest to add a Pollen Bright Druid to get the full playset. For 2 mana, you get an Elf Druid. When it comes into the battlefield, choose one of these. Put a 1/1 counter on any creature, so itself, it can come in as a 2/2 or give +1 to something else. Or proliferate. This is the star mechanic of this deck. Choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind already there. So if you brought this druid and gave a +1 to this druid, and then brought a new druid out, you can choose to proliferate so that it got another counter. We'll see how proliferate works well as we go through the deck. So for example, the Courage in Crisis. I'm keeping this one, 3 mana, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then proliferate. So basically you're putting a +2/+2 on things. Nice. I've got the deck comes with 3 Bloom Hulks, which is a 4 mana 4/4, which proliferates. But I'm going to make it a full play set, adding 4, by removing 1 of the Ward Scale Crocodile. It's a nice big old creature, but I'm only going to keep 1 of them, because actually I'm not going to do too much of a focus on the really big creatures. 5/3 hexproof, that's nice. The other big creature is a Primordial Worm. It's 7/6. Okay, but you need a lot of mana to get to it. Over here as another big creature, we have Kiora's Dambreaker. This one proliferates, plus a 5/6 creature. So Kiora will like that, or your worm, or the Croc. Okay, well, in order to get higher, in order to get closer to those big creatures, we're keeping the New Horizon, which puts a +1 counter on a creature, so that'll work with the Proliferate, and then you get a land that taps for 2 mana of any one color. The deck comes with 2 Band Together, which I'm going to remove instead for 2 Callous Dismissal. A common card, sorcery, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand and then amass 1. So, a sub-theme of the deck is to make a few zombie armies. These are 0/0 black creatures that get +1 counters by how much you amass. Oh, wait a minute. The Pollen Bright Druid will help it as well. The Courage in Crisis will help it as well. The Dambreaker will help it. So if you start to make any sort of army, you'll be able to make it even bigger and bigger. Plus, this is some good disruption or removal for your opponent's stuff. It returns whatever they just cast back to their hand. Okay, I like that so much that I'm also going to take out both of the stealth missions and add 2 more of the dismissal. So 4 in total to be able to amass and disrupt. The deck comes with 4 of the exclusive cards, Guild Pact Informant. It's a 1/1 for 3 mana flying. When it deals damage to a player, Planeswalker Proliferate. That's cool. That's a lot of mana to get there, and it has to deal damage. So I'm going to take out 2 of that exclusive card and instead put 2 of these Evolution Sages. Kind of hard to say. Evolution Sages. There we go. Got it the second time. 3 mana, you get a 3/2. With an ability here, when a land enters the battlefield under your control, Proliferate. So they're not calling it Landfall, this is what would have been called back in the old days. But when you play a new land, you Proliferate. So this little guy can help you +1 so many things. It's amazing. It is uncommon, not that valuable, or expensive that is, but valuable in the deck. Okay, this is interesting over here. 3 more exclusives. Jace's Projection. I'm going to keep 1 of them, or 2 of them, and take out 1. And what this does is whenever you draw a card, put a counter on it. Pay 4 to put a loyalty counter on your Jace. Okay, I'm going to keep only 2 of them. It requires double blue mana. And I'm going to remove also the Jace's Triumph, because from that 1 remove there, plus the Triumph, instead I'm going to add some Thunder Drakes. 4 casting costs for a 2/3 that can get bigger and bigger. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1. So flying is going to be good, great art, cool creature that can get stronger and stronger as you play your second spell of the game of your turn. So that would be, a sorcery, an instant, or a creature. Creatures are spells as well, don't forget. Or what if you summon another Thunder Drake? So that'll get bigger. The last exclusive card is Jace's Ruse. 2 of them. I'm going to keep them both. It's kind of a lot of, devotion to blue. But what this is return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. You may search your library for a Jace, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Okay, so it removes 2 things that are causing you problems and gets you your Jace. So I'm going to keep those. Those are the exclusive. Then we've got the Merfolk Skydiver. Pretty cool creature. Only 2 mana for a 1/1 flying. When it enters, put a 1/1 counter on a creature like itself or something else like your army. And then Proliferate. Once you've got 5 mana, you'll be able to start proliferating better and better. So I'm going to keep those. And then one of my other favorite things in the deck right here, this is like devastating. It only comes with 1 in the deck, but this is the Bioessence Hydra, 5 mana, 4/4. Trample. Bioessence Hydra enters the battlefield with a +1 counter on it for each loyalty counter on planeswalkers you control. So if you summoned your Jace and was +1ing him, this comes with a +5/+5 or a +4/+4. That's a 9/9. And then, oh wait, whenever 1 or more loyalty counters is put on a planeswalker, put that many +1. So it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger. I've seen this become very devastating on Magic Arena, and now you can make it devastate your opponent. So definitely keeping that in the deck. so those are my changes for the Jace Arcane Strategist deck. What do you think? What would you add to it? What would you remove from it? Now remember, my stipulation is only cards from War of the Spark at common or uncommon, because those are often the most affordable ways to upgrade a deck. If you want more strategies such as a sideboard or extra cards, head on over to patreon.com/vmcampos, and for $1 you can access the longer version of this video plus a bunch of other videos. That $1 goes a long way. I hope you check out my Patreon. If not, please enjoy the video here. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, comment, thumbs up, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you on Ravnica.